Only things I buy pre-market are episodic pivots, and this was an episodic pivot. I rarely buy stuff pre-market, very rarely. Has to be something very liquid. Pre-market is for gamblers and people with tiny accounts. I prefer the opening range highs as my entry point. The indices don't tell you the whole story. Like if you look at, for example, NASDAQ, like this run here was free money. Like I more than doubled my accounts. I think I tripled my accounts during this run here, right? During this run here, my accounts are essentially sideways. You know? I caught some really nice trades, but I've also had a lower win rate. And I messed a few things up too, so... You know, indices don't tell the whole story. Yeah, exactly. The large ones dominate the indices. The large stock, few large stocks, they don't tell the whole story. If you weren't in the few large stocks, you know, you probably underperformed. Okay, this is something special. One of the things I struggle with is anger due to market makers' manipulation. Do you ever struggle with this emotion? No. One, there are no market makers. It's all algos. And two, there's no manipulation. It's called a market. And if you're losing money, it's because of you, not because of anyone else. If I get angry, I get angry at myself, not some made up fairy tale about someone manipulating the markets. Guys, forget about the algos. The algos are irrelevant. Sometimes they work for you, sometimes they work against you, okay? The algos are completely irrelevant. The algos are just doing what humans used to do, okay? Most of the algos are market-making algos. They sit on the ass, they sit on a bid, and they trade the spread and whatnot. Forget about this thought. Oh, the algos, they're hunting, they gun my stops. Forget about it. No such thing. The algo doesn't give a shit about your stop. Mostly they don't even see your stops. If you have a good broker. Get used to getting stopped out, okay? Get used to getting stopped out. If you want to be successful in this business, you better learn how to lose. And stop blaming others. Made up or not. Yeah, like if you're on the scalping, and by the way, guys, anyone in here who's scalping, please consider your life. Please reconsider your life. If you're a scalping time frame, yes, algos matter. Swing trading time frame, totally relevant. I would say algos are a plus. Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. Like, there's nothing wrong with like teaching and stuff, but if you selling these extremely expensive courses, I don't know, man. And by the way, everything is available for free. All of these things these guides teach, it's available for free. There's nothing, you know, revolutionizing. They're not doing anything unique. I'm not doing anything unique. I'm just using principles that have been working for hundreds of years. I buy breakouts. I sometimes buy and short exhaustion. And I buy breakaway gaps. That's it. That's what I do. Nothing unique about it. And there are other ways to do. You can like buy the support in an uptrend, short the resistance in a downtrend, all of these things. You know, there's, you know, like do some range trading. There's not that many ways to trade. You can trade the spread and the bid and ask. You know, what market makers used to do. Now it's done by algos. You know, there's only like 4 or 5 ways to make money from the markets. What is your strategy from making money when your setups don't work? Well, it's very simple. There is no strategy. You sit it out. You grind it out. You won't be able to make money all the time. Sit in cash, get a life, get a hobby. You know, get a boat. No, yes, the books are, no, you have to understand, okay, guys. There's some very weird things around Minervini, okay? It just doesn't make any sense. But his books are golden. They're very good. NVO as what? As a long-term setup? What's so long-term about it? It just looks like a random flag on a super slow stock. Why do you want to hold it for long-term? What makes you think it's gonna be a good buy long-term? Focus on stocks with high ADRs. Focus on momentum stocks. Focus on clean setups. This is where the bases are being built. If you have patience during base building periods, then you can profit a lot once the bases have been built. QRVO, it's another semi name. Yeah, I'm not sure this is a great trading stock. It's not really a... It's kind of all over the place. I think this kind of stock is better used trading off the weekly. It is building a big flag, that it is doing. Maybe I may trade it, but I don't recommend any of you guys trading this thing. There are more explosive things out there. Yeah, BNTX. Well, it's all... Well, yeah, a lot of this is already priced in. And also, how long is the theme going to continue? That's the question. What you want is a big, you know, EP is about having a big surprise. Something like this you can ignore. It doesn't matter it had triple-digit earnings. Like, unless it's at a spot where it has a really good breakout, then it's another thing. But something like you can just ignore it until you actually have a setup. Just because something's gapping up on good earnings doesn't make it a buy. It needs to be something special.